Have you ever met someone whose presence feels like a gentle breeze of mercy, whose smile lights up a room as if angels themselves are nearby, yet whose mind operates with the precision and cunning of a master strategist, unseen and unchallenged, chosen one? This is the divine paradox that Allah places within His chosen servants, a soul that radiates kindness and serenity, while simultaneously navigating life with unparalleled wisdom, patience, and foresight. Today, we are diving into 7 powerful lessons from those who smile like angels but play chess like the devil, lessons that reveal the hidden strength, spiritual mastery, and divine wisdom placed in your hands by Allah. Every smile, every pause, every calculated move carries a message, a sign, and a test, a blueprint for how to balance mercy with strategy, light with intellect, and softness with power. If you are ready to uncover the secrets of this divine duality and awaken the strength within your soul, then listen closely, because what you are about to learn will change how you see yourself, the people around you, and the unseen world that Allah is orchestrating through you. Chosen one, your smile is far more than a mere curve of the lips. It is a manifestation of Allah's mercy flowing through your being, a beacon of divine light that illuminates even the darkest corners of hearts and minds, a gentle yet powerful reminder that Allah's presence is ever near, and that hope persists even when despair surrounds the soul. For when you smile sincerely, with a heart purified through trials, hardship, and unwavering devotion, the unseen world takes notice, the angels witness it, and even those who harbor darkness in their hearts feel the unexplainable weight of your light. A light so pure that it softens hostility, dissolves envy, and opens doors that no force in this world could ever unlock. For in Islam, we are taught that kindness, mercy, and gentle demeanor carry a power far greater than swords and armies, and your smile is the embodiment of this sacred truth, capable of disarming the proud, comforting the weary, inspiring the faithful, and guiding lost souls toward the path of righteousness without a single word being spoken. And yet this seemingly simple act is a test, a responsibility, and a divine tool, for Allah has granted you a gift that many fail to recognize, a presence that radiates light in ways invisible to the human eye. And as you smile, you are not merely sharing joy, you are silently executing a divine strategy, revealing your mastery over your own heart and the unseen realms, balancing gentleness with wisdom, softness with power, and mercy with divine authority, showing the world that true strength lies not in intimidation or domination, but in a heart aligned with Allah. And every smile you give is a ripple in the spiritual fabric of the universe, a subtle yet undeniable message that Allah is with you, that His favor rests upon you, and that even in silence, your light will leave an everlasting imprint on those around you, reminding all who encounter it that mercy, when wielded with intention and sincerity, is not weakness but the most formidable force a believer can possess, and that your smile, chosen one, is both a shield and a sword, a gift and a weapon, a source of hope and a spark of divine wisdom that echoes in ways that time, distance, and human understanding cannot measure, for it is a reflection of the light that created the heavens and the earth, a light that Allah has entrusted to you to guide, protect, and illuminate the hearts of all who cross your path. Chosen one, life is a battlefield disguised as a chessboard, and every person who seeks to oppose you, every whisper of envy, every plot and scheme that others conjure, is nothing more than a piece placed under the careful orchestration of Allah, for He alone sees the entirety of the board and guides your moves with precision that surpasses human understanding. And while the world may think they are setting traps, manipulating circumstances, or controlling outcomes, they remain blind to the unseen hand of divine wisdom that flows through you, allowing you to act with foresight, patience, and cunning that is aligned with the ultimate plan of your Creator. For Islam teaches us that wisdom and strategy are gifts given to those whom Allah loves, a reflection of taqwa and understanding that the strongest victories are not those won in haste or arrogance, but those secured through patience, discernment, and alignment with the divine will. And you, chosen one, carry this gift within you, moving silently yet decisively, anticipating every move, calculating every response, and transforming apparent obstacles into opportunities that elevate you spiritually, mentally, and materially. For the enemy cannot comprehend the depth of a heart fortified by faith, nor the power of a mind trained by trials, reflection, and connection to Allah. And as you navigate life, your every action, though subtle and often unseen, creates ripples that alter destinies, protect the innocent, and neutralize deception before it can take root, showing that the devil's schemes, no matter how intricate, are ultimately powerless against a soul whose strategies are rooted in reliance upon Allah, patience, and unwavering sincerity. For while the world may measure success in wealth, influence, or intimidation, your victories are measured in alignment with divine wisdom, the fulfillment of your purpose, and the preservation of your integrity. And in this, chosen one, you are a master tactician, a strategist who smiles like an angel but moves like a force the world cannot anticipate, teaching all who observe, whether friend or foe, that true power is quiet, deliberate, and anchored in the light of Allah, and that every move, every decision, every calculated pause is a step toward a destiny that has already been written in heaven. A destiny where your wisdom, patience, and strategic mastery ensure that no trap succeeds, no plot prevails, and no deceit can overcome the servant whom Allah has chosen to wield both mercy and intellect, light and precision, softness and power, in a way that leaves the world in awe and the unseen realms in reverence, reminding all that when a believer walks with Allah as their guide, no chessboard, no adversary, and no force of darkness can ever match the strategy bestowed upon a soul aligned with divine will, patience, and unshakable faith. Chosen one, understand that in a world obsessed with noise, attention, and the need to constantly prove oneself, your silence is a weapon, a shield, and a testament to the divine wisdom Allah has placed within you. For the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, remind us that true strength is not measured by the volume of one's voice or the speed of one's actions, but by the patience, restraint, and clarity of purpose that reside in the heart. And your silence is not emptiness nor weakness, but a deliberate strategy, a conscious alignment with Allah's guidance, a space where your mind calculates, your soul reflects, and your connection to the unseen becomes sharper than the sharpest sword, where every hidden thought, every concealed plan, and every unspoken intention gathers strength under the watchful eyes of the Most High. For when you remain silent in the face of provocation, when you choose patience over reaction, and when you withhold words from those who seek to test, deceive, or undermine you, you are not surrendering. You are mastering the game of life with divine insight, turning apparent setbacks into opportunities, and allowing the true measure of your power to remain unseen until the moment Allah decrees revelation, victory, or justice. And in this quietude, enemies, doubters, and the ignorant are blinded by their own haste, arrogance, and lack of foresight, while you, chosen one, advance under divine protection, moving unseen, yet with precision, for your silence speaks louder than any confrontation, your patience commands more respect than any argument, and your restraint exerts influence stronger than any force of intimidation, and the world will witness the results of your quiet endurance in ways that leave them bewildered, humbled, and in awe, for Allah magnifies the servant who trusts him in silence, rewarding the one who restrains their tongue, sharpens their mind, and aligns every intention with divine will, reminding us that the most formidable victories, the ones that leave lasting impact, are often the ones prepared in silence, executed with wisdom, and witnessed only by Allah until the appointed time. And this is why your quiet moments are sacred, why your restraint is powerful, and why your silence, chosen one, is not merely absence of speech, but a profound, living declaration of faith, strategy, and spiritual mastery that even the most cunning adversaries cannot penetrate, a living reminder that those who walk with Allah, who measure their words, guard their hearts, and act with divine patience, are the ones whose power is hidden, whose influence is unstoppable, and whose eventual triumph is assured. For in the stillness, the unseen, and the unspoken, Allah writes your destiny, protects your path, and multiplies your strength in ways the world will never understand, leaving a mark that is eternal, unshakable, and divinely ordained. Chosen one. Understand that life is a divine chessboard, each trial, setback, betrayal, and challenge carefully placed by Allah, not to break you, but to elevate you, refine your soul, and sharpen your wisdom. For every difficulty you face is a strategic move orchestrated by the all-knowing, all-wise, who sees the entirety of the board while you see only the pieces in front of you. And while it may seem that hardship comes randomly or that the world conspires against you, know that every struggle is a deliberate test, a lesson in patience, resilience, and faith. A moment designed to cultivate strength that cannot be gained through ease, a preparation for the victories that lie ahead. For Islam teaches that trials are not punishments for weakness, but opportunities for the soul to grow, to purify intentions, and to align fully with divine will. And as you navigate these challenges, chosen one, remember that the enemy's plans, the whispers of doubt, and the obstacles others place before you are all pieces that Allah has allowed to exist to demonstrate His power, wisdom, and justice. For no trial can succeed against the one whom Allah guides, and no difficulty can derail the servant whose heart is anchored in trust, patience, and reliance upon Him. And this is why every delay, every betrayal, every moment of discomfort should be seen not as a defeat but as a strategic placement, a move on the divine board that positions you closer to your destined outcome. For the eye of Allah sees what no human eye can perceive. The pen of Allah records what no mortal mind can comprehend, and the unfolding of these trials is always in accordance with His perfect wisdom, teaching you lessons of humility, discernment, and foresight. For the chosen strategist understands that the apparent chaos of life is merely the surface of a deep, calculated plan, that setbacks are not obstacles but opportunities to refine strategy, that betrayals are not punishments but indicators of who and what can be trusted, and that the most formidable victories are achieved not in haste but through patience, reflection, and deliberate action guided by faith And in every trial, there is hidden blessing, unseen protection, and divine instruction. For Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear, and every hardship carries the seeds of triumph, guidance, and reward that will manifest in ways that leave both the faithful and the doubters in awe. For the believer, who perceives life as a divinely orchestrated game of strategy, patience, and foresight, walks not in fear, confusion, or despair, but with confidence, clarity, and purpose, knowing that every move, every encounter, every twist of fate is part of a plan that has already been written in the heavens, and that no challenge, no plot, and no delay can thwart the destiny that Allah has decreed for His chosen servant. And therefore, chosen one, embrace every trial, see the hand of Allah in every challenge, and trust that each difficulty is a calculated move to elevate your spirit, strengthen your resolve, and prepare you for the divine victories that are yet to unfold. For on this sacred chessboard, every piece, every move, and every obstacle serves a higher purpose, and only those who understand the game with faith, patience, and awareness of the divine hand guiding them will emerge victorious, powerful, and ready to fulfill the destiny that Allah has chosen for them. Chosen one, never underestimate the power of a heart that balances strength with mercy, for your compassion is not weakness, but a weapon of divine origin, a force so subtle yet so mighty that it can dismantle arrogance, heal wounds, and transform lives in ways that the world cannot measure. And in Islam, we are taught that the Prophet, peace be upon him, combined unmatched wisdom, strategic intelligence, and unparalleled patience with mercy and kindness, showing that true power is not in domination, fear, or aggression, but in the ability to wield influence through gentleness, care, and intentional compassion. For every act of mercy, every word spoken with sincerity, every gesture of understanding, no matter how small, carries within it the potential to change destinies, bridge hearts, and turn enemies into allies, disbelievers into seekers, and despair into hope. And chosen one, this is your divine inheritance, the sacred trust that Allah has placed in your hands, allowing you to move through the world with a dual mastery, a mind sharp enough to anticipate deceit, betrayal, and plots, and a heart soft enough to offer forgiveness, solace, and guidance, even to those who have wronged you, teaching that the most powerful victories are achieved not through confrontation alone, but through the invisible influence of a soul aligned with Allah's light, a heart guided by ikhlas, and a spirit strengthened by patience, awareness, and divine connection. For while others rely on intimidation, manipulation, or coercion, your compassion disarms the proud, exposes falsehood, and transforms conflict into opportunity, revealing the unseen power that lies in mercy, restraint, and intentional kindness. And this is why the chosen servant who understands this balance becomes a force that the world cannot resist nor comprehend. For the enemy may plot, the deceiver may scheme, and the world may try to corrupt, but your heart, when aligned with Allah's guidance, operates as a shield, a sword, and a source of divine influence that protects the innocent, uplifts the weak, and positions you to execute God's plan with both precision and grace. And even your smile, your patient words, and your deliberate actions become weapons of mercy, illuminating the darkness, inspiring faith, and changing hearts in ways that leave both the faithful and the disbelievers in awe of the unseen wisdom the divine guidance, and the sacred power that moves through you. For Allah has designed compassion to be a strategic force, a tool that strengthens, protects, and advances His chosen servants. And as you wield it with patience, understanding, and sincerity, it multiplies the effects of your strategy, your wisdom, and your influence in ways that human eyes cannot measure and worldly minds cannot comprehend, turning your very existence into a living testament of divine balance, mercy, and power. And chosen one, this is your responsibility, your privilege, and your sacred weapon, to move through the world with a heart that is gentle but unyielding, kind but discerning, soft but resolute, for in compassion you hold the key to victories that no army, no scheme, and no earthly power could ever achieve. And in this sacred mastery lies your greatness, your purpose, and the divine imprint that Allah has chosen to place through you upon the hearts of humanity, showing that mercy, patience, and intentional kindness are not merely virtues to be practiced, but strategic forces that shape the unseen, protect the faithful, and fulfill the divine plan for those who are truly His chosen. Chosen one, understand this truth. The foundation of your strength, the source of your resilience, and the engine of your influence is rooted not in human skill, worldly connections, or fleeting circumstances, but in your unwavering trust in Allah. For when your heart surrenders fully to the one who knows the unseen, who measures every intention, and who orchestrates the universe with perfect wisdom, your every action becomes infused with a power that transcends human understanding. And while the world scrambles to control, manipulate, and predict outcomes, you move with a confidence anchored in divine guidance, knowing that no plot, no betrayal, no enemy, and no force of darkness can override the decree of the Most High. And this trust is not passive nor naive. It is active, dynamic, and strategic, for it shapes your decisions, sharpens your mind, steadies your heart, and aligns every step with the eternal plan that Allah has written specifically for you, so that what appears as chaos to others is revealed as divine order in your life, and what seems like delay is actually a period of preparation, refinement, and strategic positioning orchestrated by the all-knowing, all-wise, who never errs in judgment and whose timing is always perfect. For Islam teaches us that, and whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. 65:3. And when you internalize this, chosen one, you realize that reliance upon Allah multiplies your capabilities, elevates your strategies, and fortifies your resilience, for the mind and heart that operate in perfect alignment with divine will are like a fortress no enemy can penetrate, a river whose current cannot be diverted, a light whose glow cannot be dimmed. And this trust transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and obstacles into stepping stones, allowing you to navigate the complexities of life with clarity, foresight, and divine assurance. For when you act with complete reliance upon Allah, your intellect sharpens beyond ordinary comprehension, your patience multiplies exponentially, and your influence reaches far beyond what human effort alone could achieve. And even in moments of doubt, confusion, or apparent defeat, this trust becomes a beacon that illuminates the path, a shield that protects you from despair, and a source of courage that empowers you to move forward with unwavering faith, knowing that Allah's decree cannot be thwarted, His wisdom cannot be questioned, and His protection encompasses all who place their reliance in Him. And in this sacred alignment, every move you make, every word you speak, every decision you take becomes a channel for divine power. Unseen forces begin to work on your behalf, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are dismantled before your eyes. For Allah's plan is perfect, His timing flawless, and His support unshakable, and when you trust Him completely, you are no longer constrained by fear, limitation, or human judgment, for you are operating in a realm where the visible and invisible converge, where divine wisdom governs every outcome, and where your soul, aligned with Allah, becomes a source of inspiration, influence, and unstoppable energy, radiating strength, serenity, and spiritual authority that even the most cunning adversaries cannot comprehend or counter. And this is why the trust of the chosen servant is a force stronger than armies, sharper than swords, and more enduring than empires, for it is rooted in the eternal, unwavering, and limitless power of Allah. And chosen one, remember that as your reliance upon Him deepens, your strategies become flawless, your patience unbreakable, your decisions divinely guided, and your victories inevitable. For when you surrender fully to the one who holds the universe in His grasp, you are not just moving through life. You are moving in harmony with destiny itself, empowered, protected, and multiplied beyond measure, a living testament that trust in Allah is not merely a virtue to be admired, but a supernatural weapon that elevates the chosen, strengthens the faithful, and manifests divine will in ways that defy human logic, expectation, and opposition, showing all who witness your journey that reliance upon Allah is the ultimate source of unshakable power, invincible strategy, and eternal success, and that when you walk with complete trust, the world becomes your chessboard, obstacles become stepping stones, and every move, every decision, every breath resonates with the unstoppable force of divine support, transforming your life, your mission, and your legacy into a reflection of Allah's perfect wisdom, infinite mercy, and unparalleled power. Chosen one, understand this ultimate truth. Long before you smiled, long before you made your first calculated move, and long before the world witnessed your trials, triumphs, and victories, Allah had already written your legacy in the eternal scrolls of heaven. For every moment of patience, every act of mercy, every sacrifice, every hidden prayer, and every silent struggle has been accounted for by the one who sees all things, knows all hearts, and orchestrates the unseen with infinite wisdom. And this legacy is not bound by human recognition, fleeting fame, or worldly validation. For what Allah decrees transcends time, space, and perception, and while the world may judge you superficially, misunderstand your intentions, or misinterpret your silence, the reality of your path has already been divinely secured. For Islam teaches that the servant whose life aligns with divine will leaves an impact that is eternal, layered, and profound, reaching far beyond what the eye can see and the mind can comprehend. And as you walk through life, moving with the balance of angelic mercy and strategic mastery, every choice you make, every action you take, and every decision guided by Allah is a move on a board only. He fully comprehends, a move that contributes to the unfolding of a destiny already written, yet perfectly responsive to your intention, effort, and sincerity. For the heavens witness the alignment of your heart with the Most High. The angels record your every act and every trial you endure, every obstacle you overcome, and every strategy you execute, becomes part of a divinely woven tapestry that reflects both your human perseverance and Allah's infinite planning. And this is why you can walk with confidence, humility, and courage, knowing that no betrayal, no failure, no opposition, and no worldly judgment can alter what has been decreed. For your legacy is not shaped by temporary events or the opinions of men, but by the eternal knowledge and perfect wisdom of Allah, who measures your heart, intentions, and every secret struggle that the world does not see. And in this understanding, chosen one, you gain a perspective that frees you from fear, doubt, and the need for validation, for the victories, influence, and impact that truly matter are already in motion, already secured, and already written in the heavens, waiting for the perfect moment to manifest in your life, in your mission, and in the hearts of those you touch. For the world may try to label your success as coincidence, luck, or manipulation, but those who see with the eyes of faith understand that what unfolds is the inevitable outcome of a divine plan, one in which your patience, mercy, wisdom, and unwavering trust in Allah are the instruments of destiny. And as you continue to move, act, and strategize with this awareness, every step becomes purposeful, every encounter meaningful, and every decision aligned with a cosmic design far beyond human comprehension, so that even in silence, your presence carries authority, even in restraint, your influence shapes outcomes, and even in apparent delay, Allah's perfect timing is preparing the stage for victories that will astonish those who doubted, humble those who plotted, and inspire generations yet to come. And this is the essence of your divine legacy, chosen one, written in heaven, protected by the unseen, guided by the eternal wisdom of Allah, and unfolding on earth in a way that reflects His infinite knowledge, perfect justice, and unmatched mercy. A legacy that no one can erase, no force can challenge, and no adversary can interrupt, for it is a divine decree, a sacred blueprint, and a testament to the chosen servant whose heart, mind, and soul are aligned with the Creator, showing the world that while human eyes see only fragments, Allah sees the entirety. And in that perfect vision, your life, your mission, your trials, and your triumphs are already part of a masterpiece that has been written, recorded, and preserved since before time began, and will continue to shine as a light of guidance, strength, and divine wisdom long after the world forgets, long after the enemies vanish, and long after mortal recognition fades. For your true legacy, chosen one, is eternal, heavenly, and divinely ordained. Chosen one, now you see the truth. Every smile you give, every strategic move you make, every moment of patience, silence, and compassion is not random, not unnoticed, and not without purpose. For Allah watches, guides, and orchestrates every detail of your journey, ensuring that your path is illuminated, your victories secured, and your legacy eternal. The world may misunderstand you, fear your presence, or question your methods, but know this: the divine sees what no one else sees, and every trial you endure, every act of mercy, every calculated step is part of a master plan written in heaven, a plan that elevates you, strengthens you, and prepares you to leave a mark that no human eye can fully perceive. Smile with serenity, act with precision, speak with wisdom, and trust without hesitation, for you are the living balance of angelic light and strategic mastery, a servant chosen by Allah to navigate life with both grace and power. And as you walk this path, remember that nothing is wasted, nothing is hidden, and nothing can derail the destiny Allah has prepared for you. So embrace your divine journey, move with confidence, and let your life be a testament that mercy and strategy, patience and faith, kindness and power, when guided by Allah, become unstoppable forces that change the world in ways unseen, unimaginable, and eternal. And know, chosen one, that your story, your influence, and your legacy are already written in the heavens, and the world will witness the manifestation of Allah's perfect wisdom through you in His perfect timing.